kids had just been born. And I just imagine thinking, wow, can you imagine that?
Well, but was he where? Hold on 1 second. Well, say that again.
Basically, this guy, Guantanamo Bay detainee, he didn't get to speak to his family for nearly 10 years because obviously he's in Guantanamo Bay. But when I was reading the article, they said that when he went to jail, one of his kids had just been born, so he's never actually physically met the child. So can you imagine?
Right. Was he put into prison right after the pregnancy?
Well, basically, yeah.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, do the numbers add up? Was the child born,
You just went there.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just making sure it's clear in my head. So basically, it is his child.
Well, this is what the wife said.
Okay.
So you have to go with what she said.
We'll go with that. Well, okay, so I'm past that. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, she did this.
Well, we're not even, that was my mind making sure I understood where we were with the story. But the main part is he has never seen or held his child, for that matter.
Because literally he was carted off to jail, and then shortly after his wife gave birth, so he ain't never seen that child. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so for all this time he's never, so the fact that he's finally got to speak to his family after nearly 10 years on video messaging, that just goes to show you how important it is, isn't it? Because obviously he's in another country. It's not like he's in the UK, he's in America and his family's here in London, in the UK. I think they're in London actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, wow, that's just crazy.
Well, but to me, it goes to that element. If you are actually convicted of a crime, and it's a crime like terrorism, yeah, there is, to me, a certain danger in the fact that they could be communicating information. And I guess I consider that for anybody. If it's a drug dealer, they could be communicating via video, and because they do it via letters and codes and different things like that.
If they're trying to find a way to communicate, they're going to find a way to try and communicate. But the point I'm making is you can't just lock people off of it's like a human right almost, isn't it, to be able to speak to your loved ones, don't you think?
But that's the part that I thought was different, and that's what I mentioned earlier in the show. There are times when I do something where I'm giving up part of my human right because of the severity of something that I've done. Let me put it that way.
Okay. Well, yeah. But they're giving up they've had to give up their freedom, so they're not, they're in jail. They can't just walk out and just go off and do nothing. So that's their punishment. They have been locked up.
Well, but I think, and if this is just my opinion again, I'm talking about me, there are certain severities and certain levels of things that I may do that I may have to give up different levels of my freedom and different levels of my rights. I don't think if I am a racist skinhead that I should be given the opportunity while I'm in jail because I've killed a person who was of a different race, that I should be given the right to continue to spew hatred from jail. That's what I'm talking. That kind of a thing is what I'm meaning, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. But the thing I'm thinking of, even though you may detest the crime that the person has done, what I realise is sometimes if you don't let people talk to the friends and family, the people that they love, that can impact on their mental state. So you see, because remember, when you go to jail, unless you're going to jail and you're a lifer and you ain't never coming out, most of these people will be coming out of jail at some point. If they haven't had any type of rehabilitation, they're probably going to go back straight to doing what they did that got them in jail in the first place. So it's just going to be a never-ending cycle, and they may go out and hurt someone else again because they didn't rehabilitate and they were denied the chance to keep in contact with the ones that, they claim, that's the people that they love, that love them. Even though we can't understand it, sometimes you think, who could love somebody that does that? Only a mother could love someone that does whatever. But they're still their family, isn't it? So if they're getting that rehabilitation and that communication while they're inside, that might make them calm their mind. Otherwise, if they don't get that, they might go crazy and do God knows what when they finally get let out. And some people, they look normal, but they're a bit cuckoo, and when they come out, the tendencies go a bit off the charts.
And see, that's another whole level of incarceration. You know, those.
Do you know what I mean? So if they don't get to keep that modicum of normality, shall we say, like with the communications, don't you think that might send them over the edge? Because they're like, well, you're depriving me of my basic human right to talk to my friend, my wife, my whoever, you know. And when they come out, they could be 10 times worse. Because remember, they've been mixing in jail with God knows who.
Right.
And they've been harbouring against whoever it was that got them sent to jail, and the prison system and authority in general. So if they're not going to get you, because it's a give and take thing, you've got to give them something, no matter how small. If it keeps them calm enough to maybe think about their actions and say, okay, maybe I was wrong to do this and I'm going to change my life. And rather than locking them in, because who wants to be locked in a room for 23 hours of a day, not seeing nobody for 10 years? You know, come on, come on. Could you do that? I know I could do that.
Oh, and I see your point. And I think for the people that are really working to rehabilitate, and you can't tell who they are in most cases. So you need to give everybody access to it that are incarcerated, and those people that are following the rules. Let me put it that way. And so as long as you're following the rules, I agree with you 100%. I think they need to be given the opportunity to rehabilitate, and this is an important part of that opportunity, being able to communicate with the outside world and have those visits.
Yeah, and it's still, because remember they're in jail, so it's not like they're just going to say to them, okay, you can talk to this person for 2 hours and we're not going to listen in or nothing. No, they're still going to be watching them.
Right.
You know, they're still going to be supervising it, but it just means that they can be a little bit more, the visitation, as it were, over video would just give them that sense of, okay, I'm still getting to keep in contact. And because remember, on a phone call, you can't see the person. So the person could lie. See, there was something I saw a few years ago now, and this guy was calling his girlfriend, and she was telling him that she loved him and all this rubbish, but it was on video, right? They were doing a video call. So she had another guy in the background, yeah, and he came out of the bathroom with just a towel around his body, and he came in the door, and the boyfriend saw the guy, and he said, oh my God, who's that? And she went, who? What are you talking about? So this girl, she could act because she looked like butter would have melted. She didn't even move an inch, you know. And I remember thinking, so she's got caught because she was expressing, oh, I love you and all this rubbish, and she was cheating on him.
Wow.
But he wouldn't have known that if he wasn't watching her on video messages. Right?
Oh, well, let me roll back the tape for 1 second there. How did he find out she was cheating on him? By looking at the tape. And I'm letting you say this, and I'm not going to say it this time because I want to know if I'm going in the wrong direction here.
Because he was on video messaging, her door was facing the camera, the bedroom door. So he saw the guy walking into the bedroom. And that's how he realized that she was on the DL with someone else.
Wow. Okay.
Telling him that she loves him.
Wow. Okay.
So you see, that's how.
Well, but
now, if she was on the telephone, a normal telephone, he wouldn't have known that because he wouldn't have seen nothing. Because the guy didn't say nothing. He just came in with his little towel, and he looked cute too. He was. And I remember thinking, damn.
Okay, and you're loading this to Facebook, right? So that people can see it?
I need to find that video because that particular video, I can't even remember where I saw that. But when you just said that, it just reminded me of, you know, the reason why the phone call, someone could be lying to you and they might be ready to tell you, you know, give you the Dear John, but they ain't wrote it yet.
Right. Okay. And see, that's the thing. I think I remember seeing a picture or something also, something in the same line where there was a person hiding underneath the bed in the picture, you know.
Now this one, he wasn't hiding. He walked into the room by accident. He didn't realize that she was on video messaging. So he'd had a nice bath and he was all relaxed, ready to come to bed with her. And he's come into the room with this towel on. And he was like going to the bed to make himself comfortable, and then he had to stop because he saw her on the camera, on the video call with her real boyfriend. So he sort of tried to duck out of the room quickly, but it was too late. The guy on the video camera had already seen him. So that's why he was saying to the girl, "Who's that?" And she was like, "What are you talking about?" She didn't even look around or nothing. She was like, "What are you talking about? No one ain't here."
Well, she didn't realize what was going on behind her. That's why I have a wall behind me, okay?
She must have known, oh God, he's seen him, but she was a good actress because she didn't even like bat an eyelid. And I was thinking, wow, I must find it. If I can find it, I will find it. But it was hard. I was like, whoa, she ain't easy. And she was spending the whole time of the video conversation just saying, I love you, I miss you. I just thought that was cold, man. That was really cold.
Well, but that's the way it is that's the other thing about technology. You always talk about how you love you some technology. Well, there are times when technology can get you in some situations you may not normally be in.
I ain't gonna deny that. Yeah, but then again, see, the secret is don't get yourself into those situations. Or if you're gonna do that, hey, look, I'm not advocate. That's not my business. We ain't going there. I'm just gonna say, if you're gonna do things like that, just don't get caught. I'm not even gonna go over that because that's just too much. Oh. You know what? There's something I want to share with you people, but I think I might just keep this till we come back, right? Because, we're about to take another break, people. You're listening to the Ask Avani Show. Keep it locked right here because we got so much more to share with you when we come back from break. And, oh, my God. This has just been a week that I have found so many things that I wanted to share with you that have just been so funny. So we're going to take a break, and the next song you're going to hear is going to be Love Like This, Faith Evans. So keep it locked, and we will be right back.
I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me a love like this before. Now that we have come to be a brand new life, I can see. Never thought you'd be a special part of me. No, baby. The reasons are because of you. I can go on and make it through. I can't even take my mark off loving you. And I wanna say, I never knew there was a love like this before. A love like this before, no. Never had someone to show me a love like this before. I know you can see all the things you mean to me. I'm so amazed that you are mine. Yeah, 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 yeah. If we can work together, maybe this can last forever. This is something that I wanna hold on to. So baby, try to understand. I'd be crazy, cause you compliment my style. And I like the way you walk and the way you walk, the way you talk. Know just what you do to me. I never was no love like this before. A love like this before, no. Never had someone to show me a love. I never had a love like this before. I never knew there was a love like this before. Never knew. Never had someone to show me a love. Let me try to understand. I'd be crazy if we leave. Cause you compliment my style. You compliment my style. I like the way you walk and the sexy things you talk. You don't know just what you do to me.
Hi, welcome back. This is the Ask Avani Show. Welcome back, people. We have been having a really interesting conversation today, haven't we, K-Rose?
Definitely, as usual.
Now, today's topic, just in case everybody's just joining us, prison visits versus new phone tech. So yeah, you guys know I like my technology.